The Royal Pioneer Corps was represented here in Saudi Arabia in the very early days of Operation Granby. A platoon of 518 Company arrived at Al Jubail with the activation party at the beginning of October. Their first job, in support of 39 Engineer Regiment, involved turning a large expanse of car park into that well-loved home from home, now named Baldrick Lines. The balance of the company moved with 7 Armoured Brigade in late October and was involved in a wide variety of tasks supporting the RAOC and the Royal Engineers in equally varied types of employment, including traditional pioneer labouring tasks, artisan skills and defence and security.
Because they're working under hotter conditions we are, so they're on a couple of benches just so they can relax when they get 5 or 10 minutes. So that's what we're doing as well, knocking some up for them. Plus making some benches for the 4-tonners, so we can travel around in comfort as well.
Also arriving at Al Jubail at this time was 908 Pioneer Labour Support Unit, which took its name from the title of the last Pioneer Labour unit to serve in the Gulf in the 1950s. Its task was to coordinate the recruitment and employment of a civilian workforce of almost 600, deployed to 25 locations in an area of 400 square kilometres. Civilians are used because it releases soldiers to perform their military duties. The Arab skill in bargaining has to be matched by 908 PLSU, who are responsible for the negotiation and placing of contracts when hiring civilian labour. The unit expert who can spot the body language of the local businessman on the defensive to help him negotiate a fair price is Captain Nick Pratchett.
I'm the 2IC of the PLSU here. My job basically is to look after all the contracts that the British Army has with the civilian contractors here in Saudi Arabia. To do that, basically what we do is we are told from the units to go out and acquire, for example, some carpenters or some security guards or whatever it is. It's then up to me to go out into the marketplace within the area that we're now living and contact the contractors. Once I've done that, it's then a case of getting proposals from various contractors and assessing what's a good deal and what's not a good deal, and going back to various contractors and hopefully at the end of the day getting the best deal we can. I'm not sure who pays the bills, but it's my job to try and get the keenest price. Doing business in Saudi Arabia is a bit different to doing business anywhere else.
518 Company have worked long and hard with 62 Ord Company RAOC, helping with the vast amount of material received by the Ordnance Depot, which has to be processed for issue to one armoured division. Much arrives in bulk, and so bulk handling equipment must be used. Many of the pioneers work on the breaking of bulk stores at the central distribution point, making sure that essential items such as cam nets, body armour and desert combats receive priority attention for immediate issue to forward echelons. The Pioneers' infantry skills and training are essential assets in the rear areas. They provide a capable and trained defence force in an environment where technical specialists abound.
I'm Lieutenant Jim Reid of 187 Tank Company RPC, and we've been detached down here at Ammunition Supply Point 2 now since early January when we first came to the Gulf. I've got 2 platoons here of pioneers. One platoon is on the defence of the ASP, and one platoon is currently working on ammunition tasks and rebuilding the CP. We're now inside the new command post, or CP, of 53 Ord Company, and as you can see it's quite a sturdy construction. and we've got men now. We've finished the actual basic construction of the CP, and we're just finishing off the cosmetic parts, i.e. the floor and some of the walls.
Hi, I'm Corporal Cook. What's happening here is I've got a section of men which are taking out 155 projectile, taking the heads off and putting warheads on so that they can be fired straight away by the artillery when they go over to the front line.
The pioneers also provide defence for the ammunition supply point in the form of 3 fire teams who man 4 observation posts. Another 3 fire teams man the quick reaction force and the standby QRF.
Hello Zero, this is Lima 24 Delta, radio check, over. Lima 24 Delta, okay, over.
Welcome to VCP 24 Delta. My name is Corporal Evanstall. Our main role here is to act as cut-off for the VCP which you've just seen. Obviously, if an incident occurs down there, it is our main role to actually cover and take out the enemy.
The variety of tasks that the pioneers cheerfully undertake is extensive. Support to the RAOC, the Royal Engineers and the RCT, chemical decontamination units for the medics and the Army War Graves Service. Indeed, find a logger unit and you will undoubtedly find pioneers. Often employed on unglamorous tasks, but without them, many specialists would be misemployed or many essential tasks delayed or cancelled. The aircraft of 8